Oh.
Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Oh no, it's not opening. There we go.
Before it foams out.
Kanpai.
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 Thanks for being our first guest here, Dale.
Thank you for inviting
We're
me.
excited.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show here.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to my family. My family listens to every podcast.
It was gonna be
Bill and
famous
Christina Andrektrick. They helped me with the
Hey.
cabin in Nova Scotia. Some
Hey.
shout outs today.
We're drinking some Asahi Super Dry where like they have the cap where you pop it off and it has the foam on it. It's
Yeah.
one of the best. Pretty awesome, right? But
It's like a draft beer in a can is the design. You rip, for anyone not familiar, you rip the whole top off the can.
Yep.
And it supposedly foams up like a draft beer, and kind of the drinking experience, it's more of a cup at that point. And
10 out of 10 recommend. All right. Welcome to the Buying a House in Japan podcast. We are recording today from our Tama Base Camp house in Tokyo. Really excited. This is our day. What day, Joey, are we on? Your day
of our trip?
Of being in the house.
Day 4.
Day 4. We've made a little recording studio and we're really excited today. We have a special guest and our first visitor ever to the house since we've been here. Ryosuke Takemoto?
Ryosuke Takemoto.
Takemoto. There we go. Ryosuke is one of our AkiyaMart preferred agents. So today we're going to have a little bit of an interview series with him. Talk to him about real estate, how he got into it. Ryosuke, we're really happy to have you today. Do you mind giving us a quick intro? Who are you?
Yeah, thank you, Take. It's my pleasure to speak with you today on this podcast. I was a fan of this podcast.
Yeah,
I listened to several episodes.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller.
So yeah, let me introduce myself a little bit. I'm Ryo Takemoto. Yes, I'm originally from Osaka, Japan. Mm-hmm. It's countryside of Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wanted to escape from that town.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty countryside. It was my dream to do my business like internationally, working with international people. I ended up with the real estate industry, with working with international people. So I support international buyers who want to buy a house in Japan and start Airbnb business with that house.
Cool. Yeah, we got introduced. I think you actually cold emailed us, or you got introduced on LinkedIn. Or how did we get in touch? Actually, it wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, right. So I knew AkiyaMart, and I was very impressed by the concept, and I thought it's great if I can connect you. And I found a mutual connection with one of my friends. This guy is connected to Take.
Cool.
So I asked him to make introduction.
Yeah. I think you were in Palo Alto or something.
Oh yeah, at that time I was in Palo Alto.
Awesome. That was like, I saw your message. I'm like, oh, you're really close to me. Like I was visiting my parents in Saratoga, so not too far. So I think we were trying to meet up in person, but unfortunately we didn't make it through. But we did connect. And now a couple months later, we're excited that we're starting to pass folks off from AkiyaMart Studio. I think we actually maybe had a first success case soon, right? Coming up, fingers crossed.
Yes.
An exciting success case too. This is a $6,000 property that we were able to see from first meeting the individual involved to actually closing on the deal. I think that's such a crazy number to buy a property for $6,000. Yo, what do you think?
Yeah, that's right. 6,000 is a crazy number. Yeah, but I'm really excited to close that deal. Yeah, I think it's coming in a few days.
Cool. Yeah. Ryo's one of the few agents that we've worked with that are open to working with any price range. I think, thank you for that. We know one of the things we mention on the podcast pretty often is it's hard to convince folks to work on some of these cheaper properties. So let's say for a $6,000 house with the current commission laws, Ryo's only making maybe like $500 off of it. Something around that?
Yeah, something like that.
As we talk to more people, we are figuring out a system to how to compensate for these deals. On average, I'm just going to start blasting questions. Hope you're with that. On average, how much time does it take from start to finish? Let's say we introduce you to someone to keys in hand. How much work is it on your end as a real estate agent?
Yeah, thank you for the question. It takes long time. Yeah, I expect 30 to 40 hours.
Okay.
It depends on whether you have decided
Mhm.
like which property you want to buy or
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
If you haven't, it might take time to pick up.
Let's say they find the property on AkiyaMart. They know this is the one.
Yeah.
It's, for example, 30
30.
hours. 30 hours. Yeah.
What about like days from first introduction to you
Mhm.
until closing
I think it was fast within a month.
within a month?
Yeah, we started talking in the
I,
middle of May.
I think that's pretty fast actually. Like you
Hmm.
work up, you're working very hard, 30 hours
Hmm.
during that time, but I don't know, a month to close. Our first property in Beppu took us 6 months.
So that's amazing. And then, yeah, again, thank you for being transparent and talking to these clients for 30 hours for $600. That's not a lot of money. That's
Not a lot of
20
money.
bucks an
Yeah,
hour or something.
yeah, that's right. And I expect the buyers to start Airbnb business.
Okay.
So I'd like to have the long-term relationship
Mhm.
with the buyer,
Okay.
only if they want.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I think most of our people, a good majority of people are interested in like, how do I Airbnb this property?
Mhm.
We've talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but let's say I'm a customer, I want to buy something, I want to run an Airbnb, but I don't want to be hands on. What is do you do the full service from
Mhm.
A to Z, or what's your kind of scope right now?
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I provide a service from the A to Z,
Mm-hmm.
basically. So I support you get a license from the government,
Mm-hmm.
like local government, as well as the management after you started your own Airbnb business.
What's the application process? So let's say I got the house, you help us close, you
Mhm.
help me, I'm the client, close the house. How long does that take? What are some of the steps?
Yeah, thank you. So we have three types of licenses for Airbnb in
Mhm.
Japan. So the most like a simpler, easier one, it takes 2 or 3 weeks
Mhm.
to complete the application, and it's all online.
Mhm.
But if you try, that's yeah. But we have three types of licenses.
Mhm.
Easier one is like 3 to 4 weeks. The harder two takes months or a couple of months.
So is that Minpaku license? So
Yes, the easier one is Minpaku license.
Minpaku, and that's for 180 days a year. You
E-
can rent it out, right?
Exactly. Yes.
And then what are the two harder ones? What are they called?
So two harder one. The one is like a special zone license, like Toku Minpaku.
Special Minpaku.
Special Minpaku,
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Special Minpaku. The last one is like a ryokan license, basically like a hotel. The
Okay.
ryokan, yes.
Got it. So what's the special Minpaku do? Is that 365 days a year or?
Yes, it's a 365 days a year.
Okay. And then
That's just so. Is that only in Osaka? That's the way it was explained to me. That's only Osaka, or
Yeah, that's Osaka is the one, and in Tokyo, Ota World is selected as part of a special zone, and I think Niigata City is also a part. So, couple of places in Japan are selected by a special Minpaku zone by the Japanese government.
And then you yourself, you're an Airbnb owner, or you've done this process before, right?
Oh yes, I do my own Airbnb in Osaka. Yes.
Got it. And then, sorry, I'm jumping around here. When I'm the client, I'm looking at buying a property. Do you help do that research to figure out, is this an Airbnb zone, or I'm assuming yes, right?
Yes, we do help there to check the eligibility for Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can share the listing, for example, from AkiyaMart,
Mm-hmm.
I can access the original realtor's website, then check the zoning
Okay.
and check the local regulations for that property.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then I can let you know this is eligible or not.
just maybe like we should take a little bit of time to explain. Like opening an Airbnb in Japan is not like opening an Airbnb in America. There are a ton more regulations. You can't just do it, and that's why you need someone like Ryo here to help you navigate the process. Me and Take thought we could do it ourselves at first, and very quickly we even went on like a website and it was like, here's how you do it in Japan. And the website was long. I didn't understand any of it, kind of thing. Like it's not like opening an Airbnb in America. And that's why we're discussing all these different like regulations, the different types of Minpaku or Airbnbs, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. And all of applications are in Japanese.
Yeah.
And
No English translated.
no translated. And it's all, yeah, all like a like a PDF in Japanese.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Japanese. So we tried to find condos in Tokyo at one point and see if we could find units in them. And it's all Japanese PDFs that you download from websites. Yeah, it's messy to find any information about running these businesses. And
It's messy.
Yeah. TLDR, it's a lot of work. We're outsourcing it to someone. If you're working with Ryo, he can help you out with that. I think that's a really big value add. Do you also help do the property management and aftercare if, you want to buy a place and I want to rent it out when I'm not there for 180 days?
Yes, we can support the like Airbnb management
Okay.
as well.
hmm
So yeah, we can basically coordinate the cleaning process,
hmm
like finding someone who can clean
Okay.
the place, or the company who can in charge of that.
And then I guess people probably listening to this are like, what are your fees roughly? I know it's probably case by case a little bit from the Airbnb manager. Do you have anything you want to share there? If not, it's totally up to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'd like to be transparent
hmm
because yeah, and then I currently charge 20% of the profit
Okay.
of the Airbnb of the clients. So I don't want to make this like a percentage from the revenue from the net
Wow,
20.
that's really good.
That's really good for the client.
Totally. Yeah, just for context, in Hawaii, where I run Airbnbs, I think most property management companies take 20 to 30% off the gross, which is a much larger chunk.
That's much larger. So I'd like to be a like true partner for
Okay.
the client. But for it might be changing something in the future. But for now, it's 20% of the.
Totally. I know this is like you're doing both a real estate company, but also a little bit of a startup. So can you talk to us a little bit about your Nostal Homes, I guess, or your bigger project here?
Oh yeah, thank you so much. So yeah, so I do behave like a real estate agent
hmm
who is familiar with Airbnb process. But I started my like journey as a startup when I was in the States,
hmm
San Francisco. So my dream is to start like a big company, which is like a Zillow or
hmm
Redfin,
Hey,
or
that's where
like
we're join
Compass.
forces here. Yeah.
Yeah. Then so yeah, my for now the real estate the purchase process is really complicated,
hmm
especially in Japan
Yep.
for like people
Yep.
from overseas. So I'd like to make it like as simple as possible,
hmm
as easy as possible for the clients. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something we're mission aligned on that, where we find that, especially compared to California or the West, the real estate transactions here in Japan are very slow and frustrating. I'm curious, what has surprised you, or what is most frustrating for you in the Japanese real estate transaction process?
Yeah. So
It can
for
be a lot of things if you want.
a lot of things to be honest.
hmm
But for example, the payment and the contract should be done at the same day, for example,
Yeah.
at the bank or at the
Oh yeah, we heard about
agent
this.
place,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't make sense
Okay.
to me.
yeah, we heard sometimes you have to be in a room for 4 hours and you're waiting for the money to land, and everyone's just sitting there looking at their phone for 4 hours.
That's right. That is really, really surprising to me.
Anything? What area is the most ripe for innovation? Like with our current tech, with maybe AI or automation, what do you feel can get better?
Yeah. So I think that property sourcing
hmm
and researching those, for example, eligibility for Airbnb,
hmm
that can be like, can easily be automated. For example, if you put the link of AkiyaMart, we can just put data from the database
hmm
and show the result. This property is eligible or not.
Yeah,
I think,
we've thought about that. Yeah, I think that would be a really great feature that we could somehow put in. But right now, when you check eligibility, is it checking every municipality site, or how do you check eligibility?
first of all, I should check the zoning, which zoning this property. Then basically, Japan government has a bigger regulation, so it's easy to understand that. But sometimes each municipal has their own regulation
hmm
on top of that.
hmm
That's yeah. So I need to make a call to the local city office.
Yeah.
And tell them the location. Then is this eligible or not?
Very manual, right?
Very manual.
Call and this is why you need Ryo's help, I think. And this is why we don't want to do it ourselves, right, Joey?
I really hope it can be automated, but for now it's seems difficult.
Yeah.
Yo, I have a question. I feel like you're actually the first Japanese person we've interviewed on the podcast. We've interviewed Ziv so far,
True.
Kendall, but I think you are the first Japanese national we've interviewed. So we actually asked Ziv this question, but Ziv is not Japanese either. But what do you think? And I get this question a lot. I run the Instagram account for AkiyaMart, and I get this question a lot. And I honestly struggle to answer this question myself. I try the best I can. But with all these Akiyas that are in Japan, cheaper housing, and foreigners buying them, what do you think that the domestic population, how do Japanese people see that, right? The yen is very weak right now. They see foreigners coming, buying up their properties, their land. Do you think that they see this as a negative thing, a positive thing? What are your thoughts? And what do you think that the larger Japanese population thinks of this?
Yeah, thank you so much. I personally, I'd love for international people buying a house in Japan, because if we ban maybe people buy a house in Japan from overseas, maybe in the future Japan will not be selected as a destination for tourists or for a place to invest. So I think it's really important for the economy. But I understand some people are really worried about the people outside of Japan buying houses. I personally think that. So I'm from Osaka. So in Japan, the Osaka and Tokyo were different country hundreds years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe people are worried about people from Tokyo buying a house in Osaka.
Yeah,
but nobody
does it. Yeah,
doesn't right now.
It's not the same problem anymore, right?
Yeah, I believe the future will be like that, and I want to realize that kind of future in Japan.
Cool, great answer. Yeah, I think we hope that more people share that view, but unfortunately, I think with maybe you're younger than the average person. What's the average age in Japan now? I think it's
average
pretty
age,
high, right?
Pretty high.
I think 1 in 10 people are above 80. I think is the stat.
1 in 10?
1 in 10 is above 80. I don't know where that puts the average, but that's a great answer. I hope everyone in Japan embraces that, because it's a population decline and a lot of these things that we want Japan to thrive, right?
Japan's right.
A little bit of a spicy question. How do you feel about the tourism? We just got here to Tokyo. Holy shit, we were in the trains yesterday and it was so crowded, and Shibuya and Shinjuku Station were holy crap, this is overwhelming. How do you see the tourism and over tourism maybe of Japan right now?
Yeah, that's a great question. I know some people are worried about over tourism, especially older people.
Yeah.
But I've heard that New York completely banned Airbnb.
Yeah.
But what happened after they banned, it's they're appearing the illegal Airbnb, right?
Can't stop them.
Can't stop them.
The New York way.
The New York way. I've also seen that Madrid, Barcelona, Spain also, they submitted a plan to ban Airbnb until 2035, something like that. But I think personally, if people can't find a hotel when they travel, they will not choose that place. So it will be really hard for the travel industry if we.
Yeah. I heard a stat, actually, the hotel prices in New York have skyrocketed because of the lack of Airbnbs. Do you feel Tokyo might ever ban Airbnbs? I know you can't see in the future, but is that a worry for you at all? Or Japan as a whole, do you think they're... I know the Minpaku law is pretty new, 2018, 2017 or something, but are you concerned about that at all? Or
I sometimes concerned, but for example, Ota World in Tokyo selected as one of the special zone, Paku, special Minpaku area. It means that the government is promoting Airbnb.
Which area is that?
Otaku, close to Haneda Airport.
We should try to find some Airbnbs.
Haneda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it. Also another news that for example, the Minpak manager license was very strict. It was hard to get, but the government changed their policy. They made it easier to get Minpak manager license. Basically, they as a country level trying to promote Airbnb.
I think a common question we get from customers or clients we talk to is like, how do you pick the area? I think a lot of people want to optimize for profit. We typically send them AirDNA. There's a couple of tools. And how do you answer that question? Like, hey, how do I maximize my ROI maybe? Or where do I invest?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what I do is to check the average property price of that area. And then maybe we can compare like 23 words in Tokyo. So we list the property prices to buy. Then we also list the Airbnb, like the ADR, for example, average daily rate. So we can like compare which word has a higher ADR and a cheaper property price. So if we can find it's sometimes it's not very popular for local Japanese people. But it's very popular for like tourists.
Yeah.
I think that's a good market to come in.
Interesting. I think another curveball question here. If we gave you $1 million and you needed to set up an Airbnb, maybe $1 million too much. Let's say $300,000. Where would you invest in for a maximum profitable Airbnb?
Oh,
selfish question here, just because
we're thinking about it ourselves.
Where would you, if you were to invest? I know you're from Osaka, so they say invest in your backyard, but curious, you've obviously dealt with a lot of people and
I think I would choose Osaka for some reasons. Special Minpaku, yes. The first one, Special Minpaku.
So 365 days a year in Osaka. Big plus, huh?
That's a big plus. And the property prices are cheaper than Tokyo.
Yep.
And there are other factors like Expo, Osaka Expo.
Okay, yeah, that's big.
Few years. And the casino will also be opening for the first time. Casino, yes.
Casino's opening in Osaka?
Yes.
Oh.
Not pachinko, but a real casino.
That's
real gambling? You're actually really?
The first time in Japan.
Yeah. Wow. I've never heard of that.
When is that opening?
2030, I guess.
Whoa, we should front run that, Jerry. That's really smart, actually.
I know a bunch of during COVID. I started playing a little online poker. I got a poker network.
So Osaka would be your spot, you think?
Where is the casino? What part of Osaka? Or
it's
unknown?
Bay area of Osaka, Bayside. It's more like a Yumeshima. It's close to the Universal Studio, like the seaside.
Interesting. That's really good to know. For anyone, can you describe your hometown, Osaka? Why, if people listening maybe have never been to Osaka, what are some of the good points?
Oh, good. Yeah.
You said it used to be a different country back in the days, right?
We are joking sometimes, like local Japanese friends. You need to have passport when you come to Osaka. I think it's a little bit different. It's like a city, but not as big as Tokyo. But people are a little more friendly, and everything is less organized.
Okay.
So,
when I went to Osaka, I don't know why. When I was a student in Tokyo, I would get the kushikatsu every time I went to Osaka. Is that an Osaka food, or did I just make that up?
That's kushikatsu is Osaka food.
Okay, great. I love kushikatsu.
Osaka is also famous for like the food. So eat until you drop the kuidaore.
Like Namba is like famous for restaurants. Or,
Namba or Tenma, those places.
For people that don't know what kushikatsu is, think of like yakitori, but then deep fried. That's really good.
Fried. Another Airbnb question here. Again, going back to that, we gave you some money. What, from a property age perspective, or I guess maybe even property size perspective, if we gave you, let's say again, $300,000, would you rather buy 2-bedroom houses, or I don't know, like how would you divide that up? Would you just put that in one bigger property? All right.
Yeah, that's a great question. If we do it in Osaka, I think I would buy like a single family house. If we have 300,000 US, we can buy a one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, very close to the center of Osaka.
So you'd go for one big house versus a whole bunch of smaller, cheaper houses.
I think so. Maybe we have options to buy some like condos, like
Okay.
smaller houses,
Mm.
like for 5 or 6 units.
Yeah.
But I think in Japan, like those business hotels,
Okay. Yeah.
such as Upper Hotel, Super
Mhm.
Hotel,
Mhm.
some of the listeners might know,
Mhm.
they're really cheap and they're really competitive.
I stayed in an Appa hotel, 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, I think it's very hard to compete with them. But when we talk about the family, place,
Mhm.
family hotel,
Yeah.
we don't have lots of options in Japan.
Got it.
I think getting a bigger house might
That's
be.
that's interesting. So something that Tracy Northcott says all the time, she runs Tokyo Family Stays, a great business based out of Tokyo. She says that the one bedroom Airbnbs, she says that market is totally saturated. She's always encouraging people to go after the 2 or 3 bedroom or like the single family home market for Airbnbs. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yeah. It's all about the supply demand.
Mhm.
We have fewer supply for the family, like bigger places.
Mhm.
But at the same time, Airbnb player in Japan, like local,
Yeah.
like players, they are mainly like they do it like a side project. So they're
Mm.
basically like a businessman working in a Japanese company. They don't have like much amount of the investment. So
Yeah.
they just pick up the cheaper houses or cheaper condos.
Yeah. That's interesting. In Hawaii, again, I can't afford a single family home, but
Mhm.
I think the data shows like pound for pound studios make the most money per dollar is what I from AirDNA. So that's why I usually have been investing in studios. But it seems like, yeah, you mentioned there's a lot of budget hotels here that make it very difficult.
Yeah.
And interesting thing is we actually presented today at Yokota Air Base, and one of the big missing pieces of rentals here is finding rentals that allow dogs, rentals that allow big backyards. I'm not sure if that's an Airbnb thing, but do people ever request that actually from like your clients? Like, hey, I need to have a yard. And how often? What are some of the weird requirements people ask you for when looking for properties,
Yeah.
specifically the Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Tricky question. I'm not sure.
No, yeah, maybe some people ask. It's not like tricky, but some people like a stroller, like
Stroller.
stroller.
So baby,
Yeah. They come with their like a baby, newborn babies, but they can't bring their stroller from their own country.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, so they ask them. Yeah, that makes sense.
You just had a kid too, right?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. I have my 6 months old. I totally understand that request.
Okay. So you're from Osaka, but I know you live somewhere else now. Where do you live currently?
Currently, I live in Tokushima.
Yeah.
Which is a part of Shikoku.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So a little bit geographically, do you consider that southern Japan or east or west? Like
It's a southern or like a between Kyushu and Osaka, or it's a 3 or 4 hours from Osaka by car. It's an island.
Okay. So it sounds like you specialize more in that region, but will you help anyone with, let's say, if someone wants Hokkaido? Is that an area you would support, or is there any limitation for, let's say, Yakushima? We really like Yakushima. What are your thoughts on where geographically you would support in Japan?
Yeah, thank you so much. So I don't have any limitation for the areas, but it seems like if that's the Yakushima or Hokkaido,
Okay.
it's not easy for me to come with you, for example. If I can schedule the date, I think I can come with you.
Okay.
But in Osaka, in the west part of Japan, I can easily come with you. Yeah, easier for me.
Got it. I think that's a big plus, right? You've seen so many properties, and you can be seeing it in person with you is probably much more valuable, right? Yeah.
I got another question, and sorry again. I'm asking the questions just because you're Japanese here, and we haven't had any
Let's do it. Dig in.
Japanese on the. We always say in the consultations that we run, we say there's no dangerous part of Japan. You don't worry about it. There's no ghettos. There's no dangerous part of Japan. Like buy a house anywhere, you don't have to worry about safety. Do you agree with that statement?
I agree with that.
That's good.
I think, I agree with that. I lived in India when I was in.
You lived in India?
Yeah, I lived in
Wow.
India. I also lived in the San Francisco States. I
Just
can.
as dangerous. Might be the most dangerous of.
Yeah, if I compare Japan to those two places, no worries.
Okay.
Some local Japanese might have their opinion. This area is safe. This area is dangerous. But if I compare to the like other countries,
Yeah.
it's like totally safe.
Oh, that's interesting. What's a good?
Yeah.
What are some negatives of Japan?
And sorry, and just to follow up on that, the one thing our contractor in Beppu mentioned, burglary, people breaking into homes and stealing items, not like violent crime, but while you're not there, people stealing from
Petty
your house,
theft.
petty theft. So not a safety concern, but
Yeah.
is that I personally don't believe that's a thing, but do you think that is a concern in Japan for homeowners that specifically vacation home owners that may be here for 2 or 3 months a year?
2 or 3 months for a year, and they will not. Nobody will be that house, right? Like another 9, 8
Yeah,
months.
let's pretend no one uses it for 9 months.
Yeah, I think it's better to have some kind of security. Like we have security services. So if someone like break the door, break the window, the security guy will come. You might have that service in even in Beppu. So yeah, might be an option, but I personally don't.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about.
I'm not concerned either, but good to hear you're not worried
Yeah.
as well. I
If
don't know.
you are worried about that, yeah, you can subscribe to those services. The negative of Japan, I don't know.
Or maybe why? What kind of people should not invest in Japan?
So people expect lots of appreciation
Okay,
from the
yep,
property,
yep,
like
yep.
the states.
Yep.
So it's except for some areas like center of Tokyo or center of Kyoto.
What about broader Tokyo, like where we are, Tama Base Camp? Could hold retain value, right? All right, fingers crossed there.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's the one thing.
Got it. And so, what about you said Central Osaka? You think retains value?
Yes, Central Osaka. Yes,
especially next to casino. I want to invest next to the casino.
I had a casino follow-up question.
Okay.
So for people not familiar with how gambling currently works in Japan, the pachinko, you win like a prize at the pachinko in Japan, and then you take that down the street to a shop that buys prizes, and that's how you actually turn your winnings into cash. Is the casino going to be straight to cash? Is that the idea? Or is it still going to follow this? You win prizes and then you convert the prizes to cash? Or you don't? Sorry, you're not a casino expert. But you brought it up somehow.
I'm not really familiar with pachinko and neither casino.
Yeah,
but I think it's one of the strategy of the Japanese government on the Osaka city office. So I think they go with the direct cash because they focus on international players or tourists. So you don't want to do those. Pachinko.
I love the pachinko system. I think it's such a funny.
That's funny. True.
Geez, pachinko is a crazy thing. If you're listening to this and you've never been at a pachinko parlor or whatever it's called, it's a trip. It's like you walk in and it smells like cigarettes, and there's so many lights and sounds, and it's insane.
It's sadder than it is. In the end of the day, I feel like it's sad. People lining up Sunday morning to get in, kind of thing.
True. It's
an addiction.
The casino is going to be crazy. Osaka. I'm all over that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Broader questions for you. Just real estate in Japan kind of trends. What are you seeing over the past year? Are you seeing a lot more foreigners buying? Are you seeing, what are kind of some of your observations?
Yeah, I think since I work with international buyers, I see more people from overseas.
Yeah, with the yen.
In Japan. Yes, with the weak yen. I think real estate investment, including Airbnb, isn't a big thing for local Japanese people.
Yeah.
The investment itself is not a part of our culture. We just save money in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good for Japan as well. If someone who want to invest in Japan can come to Japan. Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone who's just starting out looking or thinking about buying in Japan? Or
yeah, it's a great question. Maybe set up priorities. What do you want to achieve, or what do you want to get from that project or that investment?
Yeah.
Do you expect a cash flow, or you might just want to have a vacation house
Yep.
in Japan, or I think that's really important.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I think a lot of people see, we kind of bait people to see cheap houses and they're like, oh, I just want to buy it without really thinking like, what am I going to do with it? Like,
That's
stuff
true.
like
How are you
that.
going to turn on utilities? How are you going to get there?
Yeah. But
True.
for clients, do you help manage like renovation? I know that's a hot topic.
Yeah, I do support the renovation process. I don't know how to fix walls and the rooftops, but I can work with local contractors who can work on that. So I support you to get a quote from those contractors to compare. I can behave like your project manager for the renovation.
That's great. That's actually a question I would feel like for, excuse me, for post-purchase services, that seems to be the most important one for people. Their utilities, they feel like, oh, somehow it'll be figured out, but it's the finding a contractor and renovating. People ask us a lot, will you be able to support us there? So that's great that you're able to handle that.
Yeah, and I think it's really hard because most of the contractors can't speak English, and they're sometimes like rough. They just give the final price without any like breakdown.
Yeah, we feel that.
Yeah.
Like, how are you making? All right, Overall, though, I think I don't know if you're doing construction in the U.S. The price is very reasonable. I think here in Japan, I feel like the quality of work is also quite good. Any thoughts on just construction work here? Is it pretty straightforward? Are they tricky or?
Yeah, I think it's straightforward. Like those contractors are like usually they're like most of them are honest.
Okay.
They are honest for the price and they're honest for their work.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes we have a really like scammy like.
There are some scammy.
There are in Japan as well. So we should definitely be careful about this person can be trustworthy.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. I have a proposition for you here. We're gonna find some money. We're gonna buy near near the casino. What's honestly we don't have a lot of money, but what's the cheapest property near the casino you think? Give us a budget here. If we wanted to run an Airbnb near the casino that is profitable, give us that. Give us the outlined maybe budget you think or steps or what do we got to be doing? I'm interested.
We're aiming for like 4% returns.
6% plus 6%. Returns.
6%.
I don't know. What do you think what do you consider success from a return ROI kind of? I don't know what you pitch clients or what. I'm sure you get that question once in a while.
Yeah, that's a great question. So we can find houses in Osaka, like close to the coming casino.
Close train ride even.
Close train.
Walking's the best though. Would be awesome to go gamble, get a little drunk, walk home, wake up and go back.
Yeah, the casino itself is a little bit remote.
Okay, it's perfect.
Yeah, part of island. Yeah, perfect for local neighborhoods, but it's hard to like somewhere we can walk from.
Short train ride.
Short train might be. Yeah, definitely less than 10 million yen.
10 million. So in dollars, that's
dollars 60,000. Yeah, under 60,000.
Exchange rate right now, $1 to 161. Let's go.
Yeah, that's
sorry, Dio.
So that's the purchase price of the house.
That's the purchase price for the house.
10 million yen, 60K
10
US.
million yen.
Assuming probably renovation is needed.
With maybe not.
Really?
Yeah.
10 million yen?
Yeah, I closed a deal with a buyer from Spain. Like we bought like a 5.4 million yen for a house.
5.4 million?
5.4 million yen.
Oh, that's cheap.
That's cheap.
In that area?
In not specific, like not pretty close to the casino, but it's Osaka city and location is good. But for that property, we have to do renovation.
Okay.
Our budget is like 2 million.
Okay.
Yen. Yeah. It's gonna be 7 million, 7.4 million, including like brokerage fee and everything. It's gonna be 8 million.
Okay.
It's like a 50,000 US.
Okay. So going back to casino, you think 10 million yen? Again, I know this off the top of your head here. We could maybe find for 10 million yen or 60,000 US something that is turnkey or livable without renovating.
For 10 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Furnishing.
Furnished. Yes, furnished.
Furnished for 10 million yen?
Oh,
How much?
furnished means
Yeah.
like the
Chairs
chairs and
and
appliances.
couches, yeah.
No, maybe not. We should
Maybe another million, 2 million.
another couple of million.
12 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
An Airbnb setup cost.
Airbnb setup isn't that much. We just submit the application.
But we
And
pay you for that fee.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
have to really handle anything.
Yeah, I want to be a hands-off investor here.
Hands off investor.
Hands
here.
off. Take my money and I want a casino
Okay.
getaway.
Get away.
Yeah. Escape.
Casino getaway.
Yeah, it's not what we have to pay is for the registration fee for the government.
Yep.
It's 20,000 yen. So it's 120 or 130
Okay.
US.
But it's more the time that you spend to do it and get that, right?
Yeah. So right now I charge like 100,000 yen to get a permit from the government. So it's going to be like 600 to 700 US.
Yeah. That's cheap. You should charge more. That's very
like
affordable.
Early bird. Yeah.
So roughly maybe 12 million, under 15 million
15 million yen
is a very safe number if you wanted to do this project.
It's a very safe number.
100,000 US dollars is less than that now. 90,000 US dollars.
Yeah, 90,000 could be lower, but I don't want to overpromise.
We want to overestimate just to make sure we have budget, but and then timeline, let's say we had the 15 million yen in cash. We found a property in the area. We're like, we want to go for it. How quickly do you think we get it up and running on Airbnb?
So after your purchase or from...
Let's say right now, we're like, we found this casino property. We have 15 million in cash.
On AkiyaMart.
On AkiyaMart, yeah.
And you were in Japan.
And we're sitting right next to you and we have the cash in a briefcase.
Oh, okay.
Let's do this, which we learned we can buy in cash.
Okay. Then we can buy the house within a week. We can just go to Osaka, then just talk to the seller agent, just pay by cash.
You do the briefcase open, the dramatic open of the briefcase.
Yeah, might be possible.
Okay.
I don't want that.
So one week close and with those situations is possible.
If we can find the houses you like.
And we'd buy probably no home inspection. We just go for it.
It also depends. If you do home inspection, it might require another...
No home inspection needed. We're firing. We're just going for it. Aggressive.
Yeah. Gambler. High risk.
Gamblers.
Yeah.
High risk, high return.
It can be a week within 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah. But to get a permit for Airbnb, it takes time because it's more like a government, like a bureaucratic.
Okay. Conservatively, what do you think?
Conservatively, 2 months for special zone license, special minpaku. Normally minpaku.
Special minpaku next to the casino.
Okay.
That's
90K 2 months. That sounds like the very safe.
I'd say 3 months. 3 months, it sounds like.
3 months.
From now, right now, it's what? It's July 1st.
Especially if renovation is required.
Oh, but for the price, he said we could probably find it without renovating.
Yeah.
And while we were applying, we could do whatever touch up or repaint and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you think 3 months? Like if we gave you money right now, October.
Yeah, 3 months. 3 months.
Okay.
I think it's not impossible. Yeah, it's doable.
Okay.
Months.
All right.
High rollers.
Airbnb.
This is a bad signal. Anyone listening who wants to come in on this deal, we should consider. Right after this, I'm going to look it up. So, Casino 2030 in Osaka.
Yeah.
Special zone Airbnb. You can rent 365 days a year.
Sure.
If you have 90K, I would assume that area is going to appreciate, assuming the casino does well.
Yeah,
or at least hold value.
At least hold value.
And have high occupancy rate.
Yeah.
The casino is going to have hotels in it, though, right? It's going to be like a hotel casino.
Probably. I'm not really sure about that, but the property is huge. Casino, so they might have some hotels, but it's not going to be like the casino area is like this area. It's casino. So
is there any chance of the casino like buying your land or kicking you out of land? Let's say we're like, we think this is where the casino is going to be. We bought really close, and like for some reason they
want to put a hotel there.
Yeah, they're like, nah, we're taking this over. Is that something that could happen?
I don't think so right now.
Nice,
because the location is, as I mentioned, remote from the the city side.
Yep.
It's not an island. It's like an island called Yumeshima. So it's not central Osaka.
Island of Dreams.
Island of Dreams. Yumeshima. That's such a good name.
Like, maybe if you're Japanese, yes, Yumeshima. It's
Okay.
Island of Dreams.
Wow. Dream of hitting the jackpot. I'm convinced on this one, Joey. We should. I've all of a sudden switched. We were thinking about Shizuoka or maybe Nagano, but now 2030. That's in 5 years, 6 years. I know Japanese people love gambling too.
Yeah, and I've never heard of this either. So a little bit, we're not ahead of the game, but like ahead of 90% of the game, I would say.
Anyway,
how many people are thinking about purchasing an Airbnb and know about the casino?
Also, we were talking about the Hokkaido Niseko Shinkansen. Like pro tips like that, I think are really smart investments because they're going to happen.
Yeah, I think so. So, and the prices are already skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pro tip, here we go. Casino Osaka. If anyone's listening, shoot us an email if you're interested. We should try to do something there.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I'm excited.
Cool. Well, I think that was most of the questions that we got a pretty good sense. Anything we missed that you want to say to the audience here, or anything questions we might have missed you wanted us to ask you?
Oh, not really. Again, thank you for inviting to this podcast. And to the listeners, I'm always open to have a video call, or I'm able to text you and answer your questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So again, just to remind everyone, Ryo is one of our AkiyaMart preferred agents. If you talk to us or you find a property, we will, depending on what you want, if you want an Airbnb or you're looking specifically Osaka or some of these areas, we could very well pass you off to Ryo. As we go in our consults, we'll talk to you a little bit about the process. Obviously, Ryo does a little bit more than the average agent. So there is some charges that we tried to do and compensate him for, and we'll talk about that in our call. But Ryo, I really appreciate you coming by as our first guest here. We're literally sitting in an empty room. Actually, no, before we let you go, what do you think about our house? You're the first guest to see this.
The house is amazing.
Wow. Are you just saying that? Are you just saying that to be nice right now?
I can enjoy how we found a really amazing deal.
We're drinking some beers and we have like a cardboard box that's holding the podcast recorder. And we have
the view of cardboard.
We have cardboard there. We're on lawn chairs right now in the room. We had Ryo help us set up some lights. I'm gonna take a photo of this right after and use it in the podcast cover. But cool. Well, thank you so much for being here. I think we're gonna drink some whiskey now. Maybe get some dinner.
Thank you so much.
But